is Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your December 2020 general reading. We are looking at the first half of December from the 1st to the 15th. This reading is for the air sign of Libra. Welcome everyone. I hope you're all doing well as we continue to move through the holiday season. Thanks for taking the time to be here to tune into this video, any of the videos. For all of your likes, your shares, subscribes, donations, everything. Thank you so much. All welcome, all appreciated. So this reading is for Libra for the first 2 weeks of December. So that's if your sun is in Libra, your moon, your rising, your Venus, or if you're a cross-watching for Libra, and it's all relevant. But of course, it's a general reading, so it's going to resonate a little differently for everyone. Watch all of your signs if you know them. It can bring in additional perspective and be helpful. If any of the readings resonate with you, you'd like to reach out for a personal reading or get information about that for yourself or as a gift for someone else. They do make great personal gifts, personal readings, you know, especially during the holiday season. You don't have to leave your house to either give or receive them, so they're convenient and safe right now. And I do offer a wide variety of them. You can click on the description link below, which will pull down contact information. You can email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I can usually respond within the same day with more information. And I do readings full time, so I'm pretty diligent at scheduling those readings as quickly as we can. I do offer a wide variety of readings of all different types and lengths. So lots of things to consider, and also particularly popular this time of year. I do 6 and 12 month overviews. Well, I do them any time of the year, but a lot of people order them you know, because they want to take a little bit of a look ahead 6 months or a year as we're transitioning out of an old year and into a new one. So something else to keep in mind. Anyway, you can email me. I would be happy to hear from you. Okay, Libra, let's see what's in store for you for the first half of December. I am using Tarot of Dreams with the Gilded Tarot Royale. Libra. We begin with the Empress, followed by the Devil, the Wheel, my goodness, the Six of Cups, the Six of Wands, awesome, the Five of Swords. What a great combination to end with. From the bottom of the deck, the Six of Swords, Temperance, pull one more, the World, that's what I thought. Wow. Wow, Libra. I know it's not terribly creative, wow, but that's all I can think of. We've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I pulled 9 cards. And out of those 9 cards, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana cards. And all major arcana cards are profound. But these, you know, we have the Devil, we have the World, we have the Wheel, we have the Empress, we have Temperance. So the overall energy is you're moving away and on a healing process from something that looks like it was really an old toxic cycle. Because the overall energy and focus for you from the bottom of the deck, Libra, was first the Six of Swords, which is healing. Swords is air energy, which is mental energy, governs our mind. Thoughts, ideas, perspectives, perceptions, ideologies. The Six of Swords is a card that represents that what you are leaving behind you, the waters you are moving out of, were choppy and wavy and turbulent and muddy, scary even. The waters you're clearly moving into are calm, peaceful, placid, serene. You're not to the other shore, you're not on solid ground yet, but you're definitely, the worst is behind you. You're moving away from it. You're moving to a better place. even the healing process, which can be sometimes painful, particularly in the beginning. The swords can represent ideas and thoughts and lessons that we're taking with us. But you're moving away from the worst of it, and you're now on a healing path, which is bringing balance here with temperance. Temperance is about holding opposite extremes, staying grounded in the middle, balancing opposite extremes, or using how to blend and utilize different things in order to create a beautiful mixture or an effective mixture. I mean, in the culinary world, to temper something means to take things of two different temperatures and slowly blend them together and to have something that works for you. This can be too in regards to the healing process, Libra. Healing, of course, points to the fact that there was some kind of injury or surgery or catastrophe or something that happened, challenge, pain. Temperance is learning, as is healing. True healing is about learning to take all of those elements, some of which are good and some of which are not good, and take what we can out of them and pull them together to create a harmonious balance out of this healing, to help us stay even more and more grounded in who and what we are moving forward. So it's quite beautiful. And the world is about major, significant completion. The Fool's journey is at an end, which the tarot is about. The tarot is about the Fool's journey. But it's not about one specific journey. You know, on the tree of life, there's all these different journeys, and we learn and grow and evolve in different ways on each journey. And on each branch of that tree of life represents an entire tarot journey, and when we complete that, then we rest, elevate to the next level, and we're off on another journey of learning and growth and evolution. That's how it goes. So the world represents the significant completion of a significant branch or leg, of a significant journey in your map of journeys, of learning and growing and evolving. You learned a lot from this, although it looks like it was, probably often painful and toxic. So that's the overall energy. We have the Empress and the Devil here. This is one of those spreads, Libra, that's like, reminds me of stories you hear or see or watch or go through yourself, where out of tragedy and abuse and all kinds of stuff, somebody comes out of it and learns and grows and utilizes it in a way that makes their life a triumph and a beauty, in a way that helps other people as well. It's kind of what I'm getting here. It's quite profound. So the Empress and the Devil, this kind of points to whatever this negative cycle is, or has been, which is what the Devil represents. It's a classic card for addictions, toxic relationships, power and control, neediness, obsessiveness, whatever the person, thing, situation, whatever it is, it represents being chained to it or feeling enslaved to it, even if it's like addictions or something of originally your own choosing, something we feel compelled to do over and over and over again. It's this temptation and vice, and we feel kind of enslaved to it. I mean, they're in a cage here. So, and on top of it is the Empress, which is the traditional Earth Mother of the tarot. It's all about, it's the ultimate feminine ideal, nurturing, maternal energy, fertility, self-love and awareness, and sometimes self-indulgence. So we're looking at whatever the toxic cycle here is. And there's a history attached to it too, because right next to Devil is the Six of Cups. There's a card of childhood, history, nostalgia. This might be breaking the cycle of abuse. From a mother, or from, God forbid, an adult child, or, a toxic family relationship. I mean, these things do happen, right? It could be toxic overindulgence, as in, addiction sort of things, regardless of what the nature of the addiction is. Again, toxic relationship cycles, patterns of behavior we have of returning to the same thing over and over and over again, wondering why it doesn't work, and wondering why we're in such pain again and again and again, especially when we do it to ourselves, because we're in the cycle of, choosing the wrong person in relationships, or allowing ourselves to be, remain in an abusive cycle because, I don't know, fill in the blank. There's a lot of different, the nature of this toxicity, whether it's of our own making, or whether it's, from childhood or relationships or whatever it is, it's going to vary because it's a general reading. this is about, excuse me, breaking a long time, really negative, painful cycle once and for all. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the World here. I mean, this is the end of this. Whatever this is, however painful it's been, however long it's lasted, however long ago it started. The Wheel of Fortune, divine timing and orchestration. This is over and done with. You're putting it in the ground, the dirt's going over it, you're walking away. This is cutting the ties and burning them. This isn't, sticking the key in a drawer. It's throwing it away and burning the house down and leaving and never coming back. Whatever this negative, toxic cycle is here that's lasted for so long, it's done. Sometimes the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Cups can represent, it can represent like childhood dreams coming true. That isn't that here. But it can represent trusting in the path that you're on, and the people who are there with you or they're helping you in a positive way. Kind of, continuing to have good fortune is really all about actually trusting in the universe, trusting in God, Spirit, your angels and guides, regardless of what step or path they put in front of you. Or you're like, well, I wasn't anticipating that. Just walk it anyway. That's how trust is built, which continues, good fortune or good karma, whatever you want to call it. That's built through trusting the path that's laid in front of you, even if it's totally unanticipated, or even like, I didn't really want that, but this is what you're called to do, because we don't know where it's going to lead. And that's part of that here. And then we have the two major victory cards of the tarot. The Six of Wands and the Five of Swords. Which again points to how difficult it was to break this cycle, because the Five of Swords is a hard-won victory. This represents a victory after a battle that's been such a struggle. In other tarot decks, he's depicted as this, man who's won victory over his opponents, which might mean, leaving behind toxic here, maybe toxic negative people. But he's wounded, he just wants to go home and take his armor off and, have a bath, have a beer. This card represents maybe fighting a war or a battle with yourself or with somebody else, but it always comes back to ourselves in terms of breaking negative cycles, even if they're about relationships with other people. And this is about one that's been so long and so hard and so difficult that maybe at the time you win, i.e. meaning you remove yourself from it, cut yourself from it off completely. It hurts, and all you can do is feel the hurt and feel the wounds and all of that. Even though academically you're going to be in a better place, it's something that needed to be done and you're moving on. But at the time, all you really want to do is go pull the blankets up over your head and kind of nurse yourself, right? But you've won because you put yourself on a path to a completely different future. And the Six of Wands is victory and triumph after a challenge, and having that be recognized by other people and being seen by other people too, and applauded for it. I mean, this is such a beautiful, powerful reading, Libra. It's even more beautiful, I think, because of how difficult it looks like it's been to break this cycle. But it's done. It's done. The World represents the end of one of the journeys of the Tree of Life, particularly significant. I'm not going to clarify this because it doesn't need to be clarified. I feel actually compelled not to. And the nature of whatever cycle has been broken is going to vary anyway. I feel compelled actually not to, so I'm not going to. What I am going to do is ask for any last messages. I think you learned a great deal from this. That's what the World card is about. It's about successful completion, reaching the top of a particularly tough and significant mountain. And successful achievement doesn't necessarily mean achievement without pain or achievement that's all rainbows and unicorns and all of that. It means that you summited that mountain. You reached the top of your own personal Mount Everest. And now you are preparing for something new, a whole new journey. Which means you've gained a lot of wisdom and experience and knowledge, even though it looks like it came at quite a high cost. You take that forward with you. It's what that healing card, Six of Swords, is about too. Any final messages for Libra? so beautiful. Feels very profound. The Tree of Life. So in this deck I'm using Tarot of Dreams. Ciro Marchetti added some additional cards than what you normally would find in the tarot, and one of them is the Tree of Life, which I'm not going to bother going into because we could spend 50 hours on what that is. But it represents a variety of different journeys on the Tree of Life. When you look at the Tree of Life, ultimate evolvement and knowledge and wisdom and growth, every branch represents a different journey on the Fool's journey, which is our journey. You know, every journey is something new, and every particular branch represents a journey for us of growth and learning and knowledge and wisdom and evolutions, and none of them can be skipped, because then we'd skip part of our own evolution. So the fact that the Tree of Life is showing up here as a final message from Spirit for you, Libra, tells us that whatever it is that the cycle that's ended, every journey is important. Every negative cycle we end is a significant victory. But this one feels particularly significant. Huge wisdom. You're on the right track. You just completed something that was so vital and essential for you to complete in wisdom and knowledge and growth, which is why we're here. It's spectacular. And I will tell you that this is a new deck for me, not a new artist, but a new deck for me. Absolutely beautiful, the Tarot of Dreams. But even though I've been using it for about a month now, I always use the cards I get often in the beginning to familiarize myself with them. This is the first time I've actually pulled the Tree of Life from this deck, so that's all I'm going to say. Libra, that is your reading for the first 2 weeks of December. I hope you enjoyed it, found it useful or validating in some way. Again, if you'd like more information about personal readings for yourself or anyone else, maybe you want to take a deeper look at something or get it as a holiday gift for someone, click the description link below. You'll see my email address there, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the December 2020 mid-month general readings. Until then, stay safe, stay well, be blessed, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.